Hello and welcome back to Easy Book Review. This is a review on the fourth law of Robert Greene's The 48 Laws of Power. I highly recommend that you read this book, as it has a lot of skills that can help people with their conflicts in life. Understanding these laws will also help you to notice whenever somebody else is attempting to get the upper hand on you. Law 4. Always say less than necessary. The more you say, the more likely you are to say something foolish. The oyster opens completely when the moon is full, and when the crab sees it, it throws a piece of stone or seaweed into it, and the oyster cannot close up again, so that it serves the crab for meat. Such is the fate of him who opens his mouth too much, and thereby puts himself at the mercy of the listener. Leonardo da Vinci. King Louis XIV, when addressed with issues, would listen to the issue from the minister or courtier in the court. After both sides had stated their point of view, King Louis XIV would only reply, "I shall see," and that would be the last that people would hear of the matter. From that point, he would choose to take action or not, and the people would just have to watch for the result. King Louis XIV's short phrases kept him in power. No one knew what he wanted to hear, so no one could deceive him by telling him what they thought he wanted to hear. They would present their cases and reveal much about themselves that would be used against them to great effect. When you say less than necessary, you appear more powerful than you are. When there's a silence, people tend to talk to fill the uncomfortable silence, revealing valuable information about their weaknesses. In 1825, the new Tsar, Nicholas I, ascended to the throne of Russia. Immediately a rebellion broke out, led by liberals who wanted to modernize the country. Brutally crushing this rebellion, the Tsar sentenced one of their leaders, Kondraty Ryleyev, to death. Upon hanging him, the rope broke. At the time, events like this were considered heavenly will. A man saved this way was usually pardoned. Unfortunately, Kondraty could not keep his mouth shut. And when the rope broke, he stood up and faced the crowd and said, "You see, in Russia they don't know how to make anything properly, not even how to make rope." A messenger then ran to the Winter Palace to present the news to the Tsar. Nicholas I was vexed by this turnabout and began to sign the pardon, but first he asked, "Did Kondraty say anything after this miracle?" And the messenger replied, "Sir, he said that in Russia they don't even know how to make rope." And the Tsar, angry, said, "In that case, let's prove on the contrary." And he tore up the pardon. The next day, Kondraty was hung, and this time the rope did not break. Had Kondraty kept his mouth shut, he would have been spared, but boasting about his own wit and not being able to keep his mouth shut created a much less desirable fate. This concludes Law 4. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out Law 5. So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life.